A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. I think everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. I think everyone wants to have their own business, right? I think the problem is not the wanting to have your own business or wanting to be an entrepreneur. The problem is, why do you want to be an entrepreneur, and do you have what it takes? And here's the sad fact. I believe most people don't understand what it really takes to be an entrepreneur. What are the reasons people give to be an entrepreneur? They want to have their own time. They want to have more time. They want to have more money, right? So they think that they're going to earn more. The fact of business is this. When you run your own business, you're not going to have your own time. You're not going to have more vacations. You're not going to be working less. As a matter of fact, you're going to be working more. And I think that's what people fail to realize when they say, I want to have my own business because I want to have my own time. No, you will have your own time, but you got to know where to put it, because now it's your choice to put it in your business or not. But if you go into business thinking, so I could take more vacations, you're going to fail. And I think that's the problem why a lot of entrepreneurs fail, because they go into business for the wrong reasons. And wanting more time is definitely the wrong reason. Because you're an entrepreneur. When you have your own business, you don't have time. You're at work 24/7, not 9 to 5, 8 to 6, weekends off, holidays off. No way. When you have your own business, Saturday and Sunday, nothing is sacred. Even your evenings aren't sacred. You're like a doctor, even worse. You're on call 24/7, right? I think the question is, how is it that an entrepreneur can do that and not get burnt out? It's because they love what they do. You have to love what you do if you're going to be an entrepreneur. You gotta love it. The other reason people go into business is they want to have more money, or they want to make more money. And here's the hardest truth about business. If money is the motivation for you to go into business, and the business is not doing well, and money is your motivator, that is the shallowest motivator ever. Because when there's no money, then you want to quit. And in business, when you're starting up, 6 months, sometimes you're not even earning. 1 year, you're not earning. And there are going to be days when you have no money. What are you going to do? Quit? So if money is the motivator, that's the worst motivator for any entrepreneur. I think the best motivator and the best reason to go into business is because you have an idea that you're passionate about, that you know can help people, change people's lives, solve a problem. But first and foremost, you have to be passionate about it. And when you're passionate about it, suddenly time is irrelevant. Because even if there's a holiday, you don't want to go on holiday. Even when it's a Sunday, you'd rather be at your passion, at your happiest. And when things are not doing well and you're not making money, but because you love what you do, you would do it for free. And that's the type of passion that it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. So here's the thing. I think when people say, okay, so you still want to be an entrepreneur? After knowing that, that doesn't mean you're going to have more time. That doesn't mean you're going to have more money. If the answer is, no, then you're not ready for business. You're not ready for business if your reason is time or money. You're not ready. You shouldn't do business. So what should a person do that wants to do business, but doesn't want to give up the time? Be an employee. Start off as an employee. Learn to love what you do. Learn to love where you're at. Learn to be passionate with wherever you're at and give your best. Now, if you don't have something you're passionate about yet, or you don't have a vision yet of what you want to do to make people's lives better, to help people, use the shared vision of the company. The company you're at has a vision. That's why they're doing these companies. These big companies all have a vision. Let's say you work in a call center and you want to have your own business, right? But you don't want to give up your time. Well, stay in the call center, because that way you're not giving up your time. Because in a call center, you're only required to work, 8, 10 hours, right? And then the rest of it's your own time. You do that. But I'm not passionate about being a call center agent, then that's where the problem is, because you have to learn to find passion in whatever you're doing. Because when you do it the other way, when you say, I'm going to look for my passion, it's like saying, I'm going to look for where the grass is greener. Then you're always going to look far, but never where you're at. And that's the problem. You first have to learn to find passion where you are. Because that is the first step to being able to find your own passion, is being able to find passion in where you are. So, again, so let's say you're a call center agent. How do you find passion? Find passion in the idea of being able to help people with their problems, whether it's your technical support or your customer service. Find passion in the idea that you're helping people solve their problems, because you are in a position to do that, and feel good about every person you help, because when you do that, people feel your passion. And you are doing a service to people. That's actually the first step to entrepreneurship. You're helping people with their problems. You're doing a passion from a shared vision of the company. You're using the vision of the company and owning it, making it a part of your own vision. By doing that, then you become passionate with that vision, and then you become better at your work, and then you do better with your work. That's how you go up the ranks. And when you're running your own team, and when you're suddenly responsible for more things and you learn to be more responsible, you know what you'll notice when you're working and you're passionate about your work, because you understand the vision of that company, that every day you're at work, it doesn't feel like work anymore. It starts to become like a holiday every day. You're excited to go to work because today you know you're going to help somebody with their problem. And I'm using the basic common denominator of everyone, which is being a call center or a BPO employee. I'm using that because I know that most people go through that daily grind, and they say, man, I'm not born to be a BPO agent. Well, do you know what you're born to do? Do you really know what you're meant to do? So when you don't know what you're meant to do yet, I highly recommend that you take that vision of that company, share the vision with them, and give it your best. Be passionate with that vision of that company to help people. And if you know what, if you're not passionate about the idea of helping people solve problems, then you find another job. Find another job that you can be passionate about. If it's, I like making people smile, serving coffee as a barista, then be a barista and be the best barista. Actually, that is good training to be an entrepreneur. Finding something you're passionate about, doing it 100%, even if it's not your own company, treat it like your own company. Treat it like you own it. Because when you learn to treat your job like it's your business, that is how you learn to be an entrepreneur. Because you learn what it feels like to be an entrepreneur when you go to work and you're excited. When your boss says, can you take another shift? I know you're closing today, but can you come in for opening tomorrow? And you say, absolutely. When you can do that with a smile and be excited, I'll tell you right now, then you're on your way to becoming an entrepreneur. That's when you know you're ready to take that next step to do your own thing. But when you can't wake up the next day because you're not passionate, because you don't believe in what the company's doing, you don't understand what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Because that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur, is that passion. That no matter what time of day it is, even if you're tired, you don't even feel tired because you're so excited to just do your job or whatever you were meant to do. That's my advice for people that want to be an entrepreneur, and I hope that people take that advice to heart and understand that entrepreneurship is not the easiest thing in the world. It's actually the hardest. It's harder than having a job. Having a job is easier because somebody's telling you what to do. When you're an entrepreneur, you can do whatever you want to do, right? It's your choice. And the responsibility is yours, and the consequences of those choices will be apparent. You have no one to blame. If your company succeeds, you take all the credit. With your team, I hope you credit your team, but when it fails, you take all the blame. No one else. There is no fallback. Are you ready for that responsibility and that possible liability? If you are, go into entrepreneurship.